Forbes India Leadership Awards 2026 Leadership Circuit, presented by Federal Bank.
Chandigarh and North India have long combined manufacturing depth with a strong culture of entrepreneurship. Today, homegrown businesses are using product innovation, consumer insight, digital commerce, and distribution strength to challenge established categories and build national relevance. This conversation explores how regional enterprises can scale beyond their home markets, earn consumer trust, and build brands that remain relevant across channels and generations.
Let's begin with Mr. Kandhari. Let's talk about the entrepreneurial spirit of the region, and what do we need to do so that the region, with its long tradition, can continue to contribute to the growth of India's economy and India as a nation.
So I believe if you see Punjabis in general, बहुत adversities देखी हैं in their life. So in our DNA, is it to win? We fall down, we get up. So when you talk about entrepreneurship, industrialization, it's in our DNA to work hard. It's in our DNA to deliver. We are not afraid of it. So यहाँ पे what I believe now, going forward, what I see is the young generation has to be more hungry, I feel. Entrepreneurs बहुत हैं यहाँ पे और बहुत निकलेंगे, but their hunger to be there has to be there. So I personally, whenever I am out and I'm 50 now, so I have the point when I can see youngsters, where I can call them youngsters now, 30s or the 40s, and you talk to them about entrepreneurship is, I only tell them one thing: hunger lao, nothing bigger than that. And an entrepreneur khud paida ho jayega. There is no science, there is no written matrix about it. Right. It has to come from within. You have to be hungry, as I always say, yes. And you develop many things.
Yes. You remind me of that famous line from Steve Jobs: "Stay hungry, stay foolish." But there is a youngster sitting here. Sidharth, what really made you do what you have done, and where is that hunger coming from?
When I thought of this idea, I was mostly in US doing my engineering there, and we used to go grocery shopping at Walmart, etc. And when I went on the shelf of shaving category, I saw it was completely monopolized by someone big, right? And I really thought, why is that? And that why was a hunger for me, and the answer was LetsShave to that.
Mr. Oberoi, you're a digital native brand. You could have started from anywhere. Why Chandigarh?
See, I think people often assume that to build a national or international brand, you have to be in Delhi, Bombay, Bangalore, etc. But our journey shows that that's changing. We believe that if you can think internationally, nationally, and execute relentlessly, you can build from anywhere, anything, a great brand. So I think that's more important. If you have the power of right thinking and execute everything relentlessly, you can really do it from any city.
But is it difficult raising money from investors, or is it the same?
I think if you are reaching out to right consumers, right products, and you're distributing your products right, and consumers are liking your products, investor will come to you. You believe it or not, we have not approached any investor till date ourselves. It's been almost a decade. Our first investor was my father. Second investor was Dorco, which was our supplier. And Wipro came to us on their own that they want to invest in the company. We have never hired anybody as an investment banker and reach out to investors. So I think focus should be building a great brand, reaching out to the consumer, and have a great product. Investor khud hi aapke paas aayenge. That's my belief.
Okay. Mr. Kandhari, you managed to build a business which is, well, you are based here, but your business is, I think, from Somnath to God knows where, and up to Ladakh, etc. You cover the entire thing. But in your experience, how was it really first to build a business like this from this region with a multinational giant? And did you miss something? Did you wish that, wish this was there and I could have done better, which we can learn from now as we go ahead to add those things in terms of infrastructure, talent?
No, we really did not face any problems, honestly, because the bottling business we are in is something, it's in the blood, and we replicate it in every state. Only difference, or what I would say I liked was, I'll share the liking here, is I acquired a business last year in Gujarat. And without any hiccups or anything, everything, every file, everything just went past. And if you free the industrialist to actually work, he can deliver far more. So Chandigarh was the base. We are in 13 states, in fact 10 states and 13 factories across. We manage most of the business from here because this is a lot manufacturing hub. Punjab, Haryana, Himachal, J&K is, in fact, interestingly, if I would give you a number, in terms of beverage hub in a state, we made J&K the biggest. Nobody would know that. And so we operate out of here. Manufacturing is here. We have a head office in Delhi, but that the reason is not really major कि चंडीगढ़ में नहीं हो सकता. It is just there because it's there. But otherwise, Chandigarh is a city, is the best city in the country. We have our basic infrastructure so right that this is the best city. So in fact, I keep telling my CXOs going forward, guys, why not a headquarter here? It was in the mind first. So I think Chandigarh is a place where multinational corporates can shift their headquarters here, come, stay, live a good life. We breathe well here, like I joke whenever I go, right? So this city provides you everything that way.
You're raising a very important point, Mr. Kandhari. Living a good life, which all of us in cities like Bombay, Bangalore, Delhi really miss that. Is that a selling point for Chandigarh in attracting talent, more diverse talent?
I think going forward now, people are understanding the meaning of quality of life. पहले quality of life की definition was different. Restaurants, PVR, shopping. I mean, that's there everywhere today. We have far more than that. So the quality of life when people understand. So I have people in my organization who've come from Mumbai, who've come from Gurgaon, who've come from Calcutta. But once they taste Chandigarh, that's when they don't want to leave.
Is there anything more we need to do to attract talent?
I think we need to sell the city well. It's all about marketing, right? So we need to sell it well to the people because even internationally, when I see a lot of friends coming from abroad and when they come to Chandigarh, they have a very different perspective. They don't believe. They say, "Yaar, London ka phas gaye hum, we should be here." Again, the quality of life, the structure we have, it's beautiful. So we need to sell the city well because today's is everything is about marketing, right? And for back offices, इससे बड़ी जगह अच्छी जगह कोई नहीं है. For BPOs, for IT, for hospitals, for medical, for research. We have so many institutes of education in the city. We have amazing hospitals in the city when I look at NCR as a region. So medical tourism, this city is the right place.
Siddharth, talent, especially technological talent, may be a little more critical to you. We all of us know about a lot of startups which move from places like Bombay to Bangalore. Primary reason being access to talent. How do you cope with that? And do you think there is something that needs to change there?
See, when we started back in 2016, we biggest challenge for us was right talent, right? Because most of the talent in this city was working in Bangalore, Bombay, Delhi, for obvious reasons, right? I usually believe that you should hire people who are better than you, right? Or they complement you in some way or the other, right? Unfortunately, back in time, I had to learn everything on my own so I could train the people of every field possible. For example, meta ads, right? I had to learn myself. Amazon ads, I had to learn myself because people here were not aware of that, how to do it and how to run ads and what exactly is this system or mechanism. Because most of the good people were not available here. But today, that's very different today. There are a lot of good companies, startups, and multinational companies who are based out of this Tri-City. So now it becomes much easier for us to hire talent and they can do better than us and tell us what to do exactly. Because as a leader, we need better people on board who can do better than us. Correct?
Mr. Oberoi, how can we make Chandigarh the city that competes with global business hubs and, not just Bangalore and Bombay?
See, I really believe that universities, government, and other industries have to work hand in hand with industries startups, and so that the students who are studying in the universities are being taught adaptability, not just information, right? And as long as that's happening, the Ferris wheel will automatically attract talent and create innovation in the city. So I think that's what is really needed.
Okay. Mr. Kandhari, coming back to you, and I'm really keen to draw on your experience of how this region has got transformed. You know, say if we talk about back in 65, there was certain thing that this region was known for, but it went on to do greater things. For example, one very famous business person whose family used to make cycle parts went on to set up a large telecom empire, which is, all of us know about, Bharti's story. Which is also how India's composition of economy and industry has changed. More of services coming in, more of technology coming in. Now, how do you read that? Because you are yourself being an entrepreneur and from a family of entrepreneurs. So, how does a person make that shift from a certain old school economy to the new changes that are happening? What are the qualities that one needs to make that successful transition?
I think the world is too small now. वो दिन चले गए when you were in a particular city or a particular place and you're living that life. It's become so global, and internet has made us so close that people, कहीं भी बैठे हैं, they're global now. They understand AI, they understand what are the changes. The way social media is, in fact, banda village में बैठा हुआ है, but he knows far more than you and me know today. Because he has more time to scroll, right?
Yes.
So वो कोई problem नहीं है. I think that the people are there, they have a lot of knowledge, they understand the shifts. Only my point again, I would say, is if this city or this region really needs to gear up, is bring back the hunger we had. Entrepreneur, again, I repeat myself, it's in our blood. Entrepreneurship, hard work is in our blood. It is just the hunger to do more. City is amazing, infrastructure is amazing, all the basic necessities to succeed are there. And they have been, as you said, you just mentioned, they are players from Ludhiana, and it's amazing. They've come up, they've become at a national and a global scale, not national, global. And that's amazing. More we need to now actually start eyeing from national, we need to go global. I think where it's not about Chandigarh, it's about how as Indians you feel. When I go abroad, I always want to leave a mark as an Indian. And I believe now it's high time as an Indian businessman, we need to, make a foot in the global world.
Yes.
Like they say, desi aage hue.
Yes.
Yeah, we have to be there, and this region has everything to do it.
Mr. Kandhari, you've been able to achieve something very few companies globally have been able to. Now you have a relationship for close to a century. What is the secret?
I think the first is the value system you hold. Integrity is the first thing, and just be honest with as partners, business. Everything starts with integrity and honesty. A relation at home starts with that. A business relation starts with that. I think that's been the secret of the family. We've been very open and very, very clear with our partners. They've been very open with us. And in fact, I was giving an example to the team today. We had a meeting that this relation is not about me. This is going to go to my next generation, to their next generation. And the company is going to be the same. And people change in companies, but the relation will not change. So it's integrity and honesty. I think that's two basic values.
Sidharth, let's come back to you for a minute. Entrepreneurs, startup founders in particular, have their own community. You guys talk a lot on different forums and even on one-on-one WhatsApp, etc. What do you hear from them? Do you think there is some change of thinking happening? Do you expect more of your peer group to come to this region? Do you see more technology-led startups coming up around here?
So, one of my best friends is a very successful entrepreneur. He is based out of Bangalore. So, what I hear from is that, Bangalore has really built an international, great startup, innovative ecosystem, correct?
Yes.
But, they are always now, I've been hearing them, they're complaining the rising cost of infrastructure, rising cost in general, traffic congestion, quality of life, as he said, is not great there.
Yes.
That's the major thing. And also, you know, the main thing which he told me, that people are not very loyal to the organizations there, because the opportunities are so much that other companies are poaching them by giving them a little extra. I think in northern India, that doesn't happen too much. So I think that was the biggest point which I understood from my peers around.
As Coca-Cola has stood by you, you have also stood by Coca-Cola, right? Especially after that pesticide controversy and all those things happened. I think you were very proactive in saying that you continued your ties, etc., etc. So, but in the meantime, while the Kandhari family has continued, Coca-Cola has itself changed leadership and character many a time. In your view, what is the secret of managing a successful relationship with a multinational giant over over half a century? That's what we are talking about. Is there a secret sauce? Is there some lesson you would like to give to the youngsters? I mean, Sidharth could have a tie-up tomorrow with, I don't know, Sidharth. I don't think it'll be Gillette, but it could be something. So how does one manage that?
So I think, as I said earlier, integrity and honesty is these two values which we've been working with, and whoever changes hands on that seat on the other side still sees the same value, because we are still there. It was my father, if it's me, and it's my children, the value is same. So जब वो value देखते हैं, there's nothing much changing, the relation stays the same. But I believe, as an Indian businessman, if I really honestly have to say, across the world, we really need to build up our reputation even more. I was with a Japanese investor as a friend, sitting in Singapore, discussing about. He said, "I'm picking up some companies in Japan, investing in them." I said, "What are you doing? You're in the wrong place. वो बुड्ढे हो गए हैं सारे. You got to come here, right?" And he's a Japanese guy. He said, "Vikram, I love to come here. I know India is the story. India is the place where you are going to create wealth for the next 20 years. But the problem is, I'm afraid." So ये जो value है, we all need to carry that value of honesty and integrity. I think once we do that, FDI जो हम कहते हैं will be flowing in like you can't even dream of. I think that's one thing missing we need to catch on.
I'd like to add
Yes,
to Mr.
please.
Bikram for
Yes,
sure. I
yes.
think what he said is absolutely correct. I think integrity is everything. We have investors from Korea, so international investor. We have Wipro Consumer Care as our investor. So we got investment from them twice. And when we got it the second time consecutively, the only thing, I wanted to ask them that, is it because that we are reaching profitability? Is it because that we are doing good? Is it because you see yourself exiting or earning more money? Answer from their board was very clear, that the first round of funds have been used efficiently and in a very integral manner. And we would like to participate more. So I think what he said is integrity is everything. If you have that, everybody will be with you. Otherwise, you're going to lose them. Eventually.
Okay. So integrity is everything, and hunger is a critical thing. So this is great. We need to bring this session to a close. It's been wonderful.
Forbes India Leadership Awards 2026 Leadership Circuit, presented by Federal Bank.